supercomputer model by NASA. We're concerned with the red and purples being CO2. I want you to notice the dates. That is February, March. Now, what are we doing? March, April. What do we do in modern agriculture in April? We are tilling. We're tilling the land. And look at the huge plumes of CO2. Look at the dates. May. Now, let's see what happens around June. Look at the colors change. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening in June? Do you see how powerful the living plants are? Can you imagine if we had all our rangeland and all our cropland covered? A covered planet is a healthy planet. We can fix a lot of our climate issues to bring the CO2 down into a living plant and put it back into the soil where it belongs.
Agriculture is the biggest way that humans impact our landscape. We have unleashed through agriculture over the centuries, over the millennia, carbon from the land, and it's now up in the atmosphere. It's now part of that legacy load of carbon dioxide. Many people are coming to this discussion about soil health because it can bring that carbon back down and put it in the ground.
The first seasoned environmentalist and the editor of Drawdown, the most comprehensive plan ever proposed to reverse global warming. Please welcome Paul Hawkins. Tell us why your plan is different and why it is the most comprehensive.
Well, it's very different because it's the first one ever. You cannot achieve drawdown without biosequestration. Biosequestration is using plants, trees, perennials, and techniques of grazing and farming to capture carbon and store it in the sink of the soil and maintain it for decades, if not centuries. What we did is map, measured, and modeled the 100 most substantive solutions for global warming. And what I mean by solutions, I mean things that are at hand. We know how to do it. They're scaling. And if we continue to scale in a rigorous but reasonable way over 30 years, we can reverse global warming.
When you talk to people about this great technology that has existed for millions of years, that takes carbon out of the atmosphere and stores it safely in the soil, and that it's called plants working with soil microorganisms, it seems too simple.
Putting our atmospheric carbon down into our soil may be a simple idea, but to do it on a global scale requires politics. And when it comes to the politics of climate change, well, let's just say there's a lot of hot air. In 2015, the United Nations held a climate summit in Paris.
Sí,
It was called
y más el que estaba ahorita.
40,000 delegates from 196 countries from all over the world met to reach an agreement on how to address climate change.
Quitó cuántos, como 60 acuerdos que había del medio ambiente, tratados del medio ambiente, algo así.
Eso fue en París.
Ah.
Hablan y hablan y hablan.
Pues aquí.
And there was one proposal that offered real hope.
En México creo que ahora que venían las caravanas, ocuparon a muchas personas a plantar árboles. Entonces salieron en las noticias que había unas plantaciones grandes de cientos de árboles. para plantar, pero pues hay que hacer más por nuestro planeta.
Según él, en esa
France
reunión
maintains the
de
largest
196
agricultural
políticos
science
de todo el
institution
mundo,
in Europe.
según
It's
tenía él
called
una
INRA,
solución, pero
and it's been studying soil for over 100 years. INRA recently developed a program called the 4 for 1,000 Initiative. Their goal is to increase the carbon content of the world's soils by 0.4% annually. That would sequester the same amount of carbon that humanity emits each year.
The soil environment can hold more carbon than the atmosphere and plants